Hello YouTube, it's Ernesto Rivera. I'm back at the layout. Today I picked up 3 of the new 2012 Broadway Limited AC6000 that they released this year. So just wanted to go over a quick review of them and see what they did in comparison to the last run and version they did in 2010. So here's one of the new engines, number 630, 690, and 604, which is right over here. So one of the big differences that I noticed with this engine is that the LEDs now are white. Over here I have the 2010 version, number 651, and you can see it's kind of a bluish tint. We can compare the two from the distance. You can see one is slightly blue and the other one has more of a white, more realistic look. And little minor differences. The box of the older one is a little bit bigger, and it has this nice backing here, whereas the new one, they just basically went cheaper and they put this basic styrofoam on the box, and it's it's pretty much the same, but without that little fancy backing there. But other than that, it's minor difference. So going over the detail here, I'm going to pick up 604 and show it in the light so we can see a little better. Alright. I mean, you have very, very excellent detail as far as the lettering. Got the cables there. The only modifications I made to this locomotive is I switched the couplers from the plastic ones to the KD number 58s, but as far as the detail is concerned, everything's there. I mean, all the lettering's on it. I mean, the paint is excellent. Once again, I mean, Broadway Limited has done a great job on these. And, of course, these retail for $299. So they actually went up in price. But, I got these for $224. My local hobby shop. So, there's some... that's just the retail price is $300, but that's a bit pricey. They used to retail for about $250, but now they went up about another $50. But this is a very powerful engine. It can pull almost as many cars as an MTH loco, and it's got all that, plenty of power. I mean, you run 4 of these, and you're gonna be able to pull a big train, a really big train. So we'll just put this one down here for a minute, and we're gonna go over the sound. Alright, so we're going to first take a look at the pulling power and some of the new startup sounds on this one here. One of the nicest things about this engine is it's very slow speed operation. On 28 speed step, here I'm just going to put a speed step 1 and watch how it slowly creeps. This is a mixed freight load I have here that it's pulling, that's all the way around the layout. But it's doing one engine at this one speed step right here. Just pulling those freight cars, it's nothing. Let's rev it up a little bit, give it some sound. As you can see with this mixed freight load we have here, there's some metal construction vehicles on this. So this is actually a pretty heavy load that I have here. Just to illustrate, it may not be that many cars because of my small layout, but this is a very heavy load. I purposely added a mixed freight here just so I could put this engine to the test. Because if I just ran a stack train, the stack train's too light. It doesn't weigh much. Got to time the headlight, but there we go. Must be on. There we go. And then it has its own cycling sounds where it goes through the air compressor, and it goes through its its random sounds, and it's pretty cool. Got a lot of functions. The air compressor kicking in. A really nice engine. I mean, if you like the AC6000, this is definitely one you should consider picking up. They have the new BNSF. They have new road numbers for Canadian Pacific. Kansas City Southern they're making an AC6000 for, and as well as Union Pacific as well. So they have a bunch of other road names out there if you're not a CSX fan. So right now I'm just going to illustrate for you, see how it has more, it has a very diesel-like sound. It's got a really rumble to it. Because the older ones here had like a jet engine kind of sound when they first started up. So we're going to take a quick listen. Bear in mind, you hear how this one rumbles. It's got a real, like a real vibration rumble, of a diesel engine. And so when you're starting up the older version, doesn't have that rumble. It's very quiet. It's not as you can hear the turbo spool up a little bit, but it sounds kind of like a jet revving. Like it's like a thrust of a jet when they turn the throttle up a little bit. I mean, that's what it sounds a little bit like. Here on the acceleration, there's a little bit of a whine to it, like a big turbo spooling up. And I know that these are turbocharged engines in real life, but I think it may be a little too jet-like, the older version, whereas the newer version has more of a diesel sound to it. You hear that rumble? It's a little different. And then under acceleration, it's a little different. So I mean, it's not bad. It's barely noticeable, but you'll hear the difference a little bit. So again, for $299, the MSRP, it's not bad, but you can get it for like $220, $230. It's not really that bad. There are 3 different paint schemes for this, or 3 different road numbers, should I say, for the CSX. And you can get them at your local hobby stores. It just came out like last week, so go ahead and pick yourself up some. These are great. These are good engines again, and they're very powerful. That's the benefit of it, is that you can use one engine and you can pull a lot of cars with it. And it's got full DCC compatibility. It works both in analog DC and in DCC. You can advance consistent, program it on mainline. It does everything like a normal decoder. That's what I like about Broadway Limited, because it's almost as good as a Tsunami decoder, but they did their own, but the sound is very good on it. So once again, I'm very, very pleased with this engine, and I think you guys should go get one if you're into AC6000s, and if you like these modern engines. Well, it's sort of modern. I mean, AC6000 is kind of old, but it's still being used today on the rail. So if you guys like it, go pick them up. Once again, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll just leave you a little bit with this one here. As it rolls by, you can see the LEDs, especially at there's the older one on the left here, and on the right, you can definitely see the difference. There's a blue and there's a white. See how bright the white is? It's definitely more realistic on the new 2012 release. So, guys, thank you for watching again. I hope you like this. I hope this helps. And I'll see you next time.